Hi! Hello! It's me, Teacher Sherwin, your teacher for today. So, during my last video, I presented to you all about music for grade 10. It is all about the music of the 20th century. This time, we will have art education. Are you ready, my dear students? Let's go! Are you an impressionist artist or expressionist artist? We will find out for this lesson. So for grade 10 art education, in our first quarter, we will focus on modern art. Our lesson will be all about the different genres or movements in the 20th century modern art for the first quarter. Are you ready? So first, we will start with our two major genres. We have Impressionism and Expressionism. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our discussion for today. From the Industrial Revolution of the late 1800s, the world zoomed into electronic age in the mid of 1900, then into the present cyberspace age. The art movements of the late 19th century to the 20th century captured and expressed all this and more. Specifically, these were the movements known as Impressionism and Expressionism. So this time, we will start with the first movement in the modern art. We have Impressionism. Impressionism, origins of the movement. Impressionism was an art movement that emerged in the second half of the 19th century among a group of Paris-based artists. The duration of the Impressionist movement itself was quite short, less than 20 years from 1872 to the mid-1880s. The center of the art for Impressionism art was in Paris, France. The name Impressionism was coined from the title of work by a French painter. We have none other than Claude Oscar Monet. The name of his painting is Soleil Levant, but in English, Sunrise. Now, we have here the distinct characteristics of Impressionism movement. First is we have color and light. Short, broken strokes, pure unmixed colors side by side, and freely brushed colors convey visual effect. The second one is everyday subject. When we say everyday subject, we have scenes of life, we have household objects, landscapes and seascapes, and of course, houses, cafes, and buildings. The third characteristics of Impressionism art is, of course, painting outdoors. Previously, still lifes, portraits, and landscape were painted inside the studio. The Impressionists found that they could be best capture the ever-changing effects of light and color by painting outdoor in natural light. And the last one is, of course, with open composition. Impressionist painting also moved away from formal, structured approach to placing and positioning their subjects. In Impressionism art, we have three notable artists. First, we have Edouard Manet. The second one is Claude Monet. And the last one is Auguste Renoir. So these are the three most popular and of course notable artists in Impressionism art. So this time we will start with Edouard Manet. He was born 1832 and died 1883. He was one of the first 19th century artists to depict modern life subjects. He was a key figure in the transition from realism to impressionism, with a number of his works considered as marking the birth of modern art. Rue Monsieur decked with flags, one of Edouard Manet's artworks. Oh, I love all the creation of Edouard Manet. Whoa, it's so great. My most favorite is Cafe Concert. How about you? Our next artist is Claude Monet. He was born 1840 and died 1926. He was one of the founders of the Impressionist movement. He was the most prominent of the group and is considered the most influential figure in the movement. Monet is best known for his landscape paintings, particularly those depicting his beloved flower gardens and water lily ponds at his home in Giverny. Some of his artworks, we have Bridge over a pond of water lilies. We have also irises in Monet's garden. From Claude Monet, we have very popular paintings such as Water Lilies and of course, Sunrise. I am sure that these are very beautiful and I expected that these paintings came from, of course, Claude Oscar Monet. One example of his artworks, we have Luncheon of the Boating Party. Wow, that was great from Auguste Renoir. My most favorite painting from Renoir is of course Dancer, since I am also a dancer. After Impressionism, here comes Post-impressionism, and the most popular artist is Vincent van Gogh. He was born 1853 and died 1890. He was a post-impressionist painter from the Netherlands. His works were remarkable for their strong, heavy brush strokes, intense emotions, and colors that appeared to almost pulsate with energy. His most popular painting we have is Starry Night, and that is our background in our video. If you are an emotional person, if you're that kind of person who is very subjective, this is your art movement. We have Expressionism. Now, we have the features of Expressionism. Number one, we have it is distorted. The second one is exaggerated. The third one is it is very subjective. And the last one, of course, it has full of emotion. In the early 1900s, there arose in the Western art world a movement that came to be known as Expressionism. Expressionist artists created works with more emotional force rather than realistic or natural images. To achieve this, they distorted outlines, applied strong colors, and exaggerated forms. They work more with their imagination and feelings rather than with what their eyes saw in the physical world. Don't you know that the Mona Lisa painting of modern art came from Expressionism painting? What I mean is that it is the most popular and most significant painting in the modern period. We have none other than The Scream by Edward Munch. Now, let's try to recap our lesson for today. The difference between Impressionism and Expressionism. In Impressionism, it is very objective, while in Expressionism, it is very subjective. In Impressionism, it originated in Paris, France, while in Expressionism, it originated in the whole of Europe. And of course, Impressionism is all about sceneries, what is happening in our surroundings. While in Expressionism, it is all about emotion. It is distorted, exaggerated. Don't forget our different artists from these two notable movements. Of course, in Impressionism, we have Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, and of course, Auguste Renoir. While in Expressionism, the most popular is Edward Munch. There you have it, our lesson for today, Impressionism and Expressionism. For our next lesson, get ready because we have exciting movements from modern art. We have Cubism, pop art, and of course, Surrealism. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and enjoy learning. Bye!